Hello and welcome to the latest episode or latest Acidhedz Rant. Whether you want to consider this an episode or just the second rant, up to you. This one is all about anti-intellectualism, anti-science, anti-knowledge, the culture of ignorance, the culture of not knowing anything but thinking or acting like you do. Okay. Now, there's always been kind of the whole jocks versus geeks thing going on, and you have one group of people, the majority maybe, but a lot of people that don't really know a lot of stuff, and then you have some people that do know a lot of things. And the thing in the past, there was some back and forth there. The smart kids got picked on at school more. But generally, that was just a school thing. But at least here in America, people seem to want to just stay in high school now. It's probably always been that way to some degree, but now with the internet, I don't know what really is causing this, but it really does seem like everybody is just perpetually stuck in high school because it has seriously gotten rampant. Just, viral outbreak, endemic. I'm blanking on the word I want to use. Endemic, something like that, okay? Just the ignorance, it's a culture of stupidity. It's not just that some people know stuff and other people don't. It's literally, if you are trying to talk to somebody online and you actually go look up something that they've said and call them out on it, suddenly you're an uppity liberal commie or something, if they're on the right wing, and most of the ignorant people are on the right. It's literally gotten to the point. I was going to do a separate rant about this, and I might still do it, but you're online, you're using the internet. This is the greatest tool for research ever devised. You go to Google, you type something in, and you'll have millions of websites probably on that subject. Wikipedia may not be the greatest source for information because anybody can edit it, but it generally is a pretty good source of information that's unbiased and will at least tell you a general idea of what you're looking up. Okay? Most people won't even do that much. Okay? And if you do it, you are suddenly one of these bad intellectuals because you want to know something as opposed to just taking their word for it. And this really is just out of control. And having a well thought out, rational opinion, or actually just a real fact based argument, that also makes you some sort of liberal commie. But also they think you're uppity. You're full of yourself, you're arrogant. Knowing things makes you arrogant now. This is where it really starts pissing me the fuck off. Somehow it's not enough that these people refuse to know anything, and basically just so they can spout off anything they want and act like it's real, it's true. But when you call them out on their bullshit because you've actually taken a little bit of time to look it up, you're fucking arrogant. What the fuck? Yeah, it really is. It's a culture of the lowest common denominator. The stupider you are, the easier it is for you to fit in with everybody else, and that's fine. Like I said, it goes back to high school. The entire country of America is stuck in fucking high school, it seems. I just don't get it. It's bizarre. I've got my notes over here. That's why I keep glancing over. The show with Archie Bunker. Everybody laughed at Archie Bunker because of his ignorance, his racism, his wacky bullshit. They also laughed at the arrogant left-wing son-in-law because he was such a pompous ass. You know, it was one of those good shows that it had stuff for both sides to laugh at, but nobody really ever took any of it seriously. There might have been some real hardcore crazies that thought Archie was like the fucking messiah or something, but most people could laugh at this really satirical version of what people seem to have become now. I mean, that's what's really bizarre to me about it. That's why I thought of Archie Bunker, is because it's like half the country or so has become him. You know, it's not enough to have these opinions, but, you know, just rampant ignorance. Thinking you know about shit when you never bother to look any of it up. You just accept what other people say. People who want to sell you books. People who want you to keep watching their news station. People that want to keep you listening to their radio shows. That's all they fucking care about, is keeping you on the line so they can get more money out of you, or get more money for the advertising that your patronage brings them. And mostly they're opinion shows, not based on any facts at all. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get sued, but you know who I'm talking about. They put out the same book every 2 or 3 years. You know, they say the same stuff on their shows every single day. And it's just the same shit over and over and over again just to keep you hooked. And you think it's real, and it's not. Okay? I mean, you're taking a real joy, and now I'm addressing the people who are just partaking of this. You are really taking joy in your stupidity and ignorance, despite the fact that you have access to the greatest research tool ever. I mean, stop and fucking think about this. The internet has the entirety of human knowledge and wisdom within it, to varying degrees depending on the subject, but for the most part, if you want to find out something, you can look it up, and within an hour or so, you'll find your fucking answers, if they're to be found. Okay, there are some things that nobody's ever done the research to give you the right answer or give you an unbiased answer, but most of the things you can find some information if you just look. And yet, this culture of ignorance and stupidity, people don't look. You have this great tool, you don't fucking use it. The exact opposite. Anybody that, when they're looking for information on something, way too many people left and right alike are very guilty of this. As soon as you find something that agrees with you, that's it, that's right. And you don't ever look at anything further. You don't try and find unbiased websites. If you're on a right-wing website looking up information, it's going to have a right-wing bias. If you're not looking at things from different angles, or trying to find some place that is completely unbiased or as unbiased as possible, you're not finding facts, you're just finding opinions. Okay? But to boil all this down, what really pisses me off is, going back to what I said earlier, is this notion that somehow by looking up facts, you're arrogant. No, I'm sorry. If you want to be an ignorant fuckhead, that's your prerogative. But I'm not arrogant because I don't want to be ignorant and stupid. If I go and look up something and I call you out on your bullshit, well, that's your fault for not ever doing what I just did, taking me all of whatever minutes it took to look something up. You do not get to be mad at me for calling you on your bullshit when I fucking took a little bit of time to find out some facts. You don't get to be mad about this, okay? You know, it doesn't make me or anybody else uppity because we did some research. It just means we want to fucking know some facts. We want to know some truth. We aren't willing to just let other people tell us what reality is. We want to go out and find it for ourselves. Okay? We aren't going to just let you get away with spouting off some bullshit if we can find out that you're full of shit. So, if you're going to remain ignorant and uneducated and uninformed, fine. I can't force you to use the internet for what it was actually intended to be used for, a research tool. But you don't get to be pissed off and call us names for actually using it for research like it was intended. There's more than tits on the internet. Okay. You know, and yeah, last point I'm going to touch on here. The ones that are actually being arrogant are you. Because you think that you know better than anybody else without ever actually doing anything to learn about anything. That's arrogance. Okay? If you aren't going to do any research on any topic that you're going to spout off some bullshit on, but then say other people are being arrogant and uppy because they did, no, you're the one being fucking arrogant. So, all you ignorant motherfuckers out there that can't do a goddamn tiny bit of research on the internet, motherfuck you, go die!